how to reduce green hydrogen costs. Yes, we need to talk about cost as well, but I guess there's a technology behind it, and I don't want to keep you thrilled anymore. Let's welcome with me on stage my first guest, the CEO of HYDEP, Mr. Mario Dragoni. Welcome.
Thank you.
Ciao, Mario.
Ciao. Thank you.
Mario, it is so lovely to have you here on stage, to have you here at the group exhibit. Tell us a little bit more about HYDEP and maybe also about your background.
Yeah, thank you. HYDEP is a company where the scope is to help the other company to producing electrolyzer. Typically, HYDEP make an engineering job, starting to design a stack with different technology, PEM, IM technology, and traditional alkaline, and also the BOP, also the plant, included everything needed to producing hydrogen. This is a target for HYDEP. HYDEP, we are in 20 persons, 10 directly involved in the company and 10 around subcontractors, but they work full-time for us. And about my background, it's a long story.
Okay, tell us more.
Yeah.
We had a pre-chat. I know what a genius Mario is, but I would
I'm
like
not genius, thank you much.
to know that as well.
Thank you, Mona. So I'm unfortunately old, and this means we have a long story in the job. I start in designing and producing electrical components like transformer and rectifier, power unit, switcher unit, etc. to power several equipment like a welding machine or power unit in general between few watt at megawatt class. And then in 1990, I switched to producing semiconductor with ABB German in Ampertine. And after 10 years, for some reason, commercial reason, I decided to stop the production in semiconductor and to start to use my experience in chemistry way. And I met hydrogen during the silicium phase, and I liked this approach, and I started to study how to make a good electrolyzer. Now, after 23, 24 years, I have a good result in my experience. I'm summarizing my experience. So this is a little bit long, unfortunately.
No, this is wonderful. This is proving that you already 20 years ago were in touch with hydrogen, where some people didn't even have heard of hydrogen as a gas, but didn't really.
Yeah, I use hydrogen for weld in a very, very hot atmospheric, hydrogen atmospheric, the semiconductor. In other words, I was user, and I touch with my hand the problem with the hydrogen, and I try to solve this problem.
This is interesting. So which problem did you solve then?
I try to learn and to optimizing the technology was ready at the time, was only alkaline technology. PEM technology start to moving the first step. And after producing electrolyzer alkaline for 10 years, unfortunately in Italy, but in Europe, we met a bigger crisis in 2010, 2010. I need to stop the production and to go proposing my knowledge to different company. Fortunately, I found many companies need my experience, and I can transfer my experience and design electrolyzer to them. So,
You are
sorry.
in fact great in transferring knowledge. By the way, he's also lecturing at universities all around Europe.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I work in Germany with the company to gas for 3 years in Stuttgart. I was involved. I was responsible for hydrogen production in the project Audi in the north of Germany, in Werther, a small village, and for 6.3 megawatt. Converting hydrogen to and the CO2 to methane, syngas, Hergas, you call in German. So then I spent 3 years like CTO in Areva Estugen in France. Today is Elogen company is present in this exhibition. And I continue to evolve myself and the hydrogen production. I get recently 2 new patents, in the past 3 patents, and I'm inventor in other 5 or 6, I don't know exactly the number for the patent.
And let's go right into the topic. Well, how to reduce green hydrogen costs?
Yeah.
You have 2 ways. Let's introduce the audience to your great solution.
Yeah, if you look at the cost for producing, in general, the analysis you can make, you have 60% of the cost is energy, and 20% is the capex, the cost of the equipment, and only 10% is maintenance, OPEX, etc., etc. So my focus was to solve or to reducing. I cannot solve, but to reducing the cost, energy cost. And for this reason, I spent the last 3 years studied a new technology we call alkaline electrolyzer, high temperature and pressure, because we are working in the range between 150 to up to 350 degree, and in this range we can reduce a lot of power energy need. Why? Because we use thermal energy. So the combination thermal energy and electrical at 250 degrees, for example, we need to operate at 37 bar to maintain liquid. The KOH is running in the system. We reach the efficiency, electrical efficiency, up to 150%. Means 30% more efficiency than the rest. It's not a magic situation. It's only because we are using thermal to compensate. And in the other world, we can say 70% of the cost, the energy we can reduce in at 50% today. So this for me is a big advantage, and can be also Europe can be also in competition with the rest of the world in terms of cost at kilogram of hydrogen, green hydrogen produced. Because now we are 2, 3, 4 euro per kilo. We need to reduce it at 1 euro, like the rest of the world. If you go in China, you go in India, or in Australia, or in South America, where we have a business where we design electrolyzer for the local constructor of electrolyzer. So they are producing at 1 euro today. And unfortunately, we have our cost, energy cost, also if come from renewable energy, is high cost. And we need to reduce it, absolutely. And one way is to increasing, but everybody know that, increasing the temperature. And we found a new way to use this technology. We are not talking about high temperature in terms of 500 and 1,000 Celsius degree. No, we are talking about 150 up to 350, typically 250. This is a temperature come from the steam vest in the air from industry. So we are using ready steam produced, vented. This is the first. And then, I don't know if it's clear what I say.
It was very clear. It was lovely, and I maybe you see it as I see how passionate you are, Mario. But that was one way to reduce the cost. I'm curious about the other way as well.
Yeah, the second is capex. I meet along the problem how to assembling the electrolyzer, or to reducing the cost the assembling, making special part, etc., etc., and also minimizing the distance, minimizing the tank, minimizing everything. But in the end, the cost is for building the electrolyzer, to manufacture the electrolyzer, is not only the component we can buy per kilograms, okay? But is also the cost for assembling, the time, and is the cost for setting the machine, is the cost for testing machine, testing after, for commissioning, we can say. So this was the second point where I work the last 2 years, not 3 years like high temperature, but 2 years only, to get a patent. And now you can see the result in my boat is in the corner. The second idea is to integrate all is possible around the stack, in the stack. So we call integration module system. The new is a new approach to assembling everything across. And in this case, the reducing cost we have calculated more or less around the 10%. It's not too much, but it's a first step.
Yeah. So I understand that you have integrate the components. Why is it more cost efficient?
Yeah, if you think the stack for 1 megawatt should be in terms of size like 1 cubic meter, more or less. But when you are assembling around the stack, the separator, liquid separator, 2 liquid separator, you are assembling also, of course, for control the process level. You're assembling also pressure transmitter, pressure switch, safety valve, etc., pipe to connect. When you start to do that, you take time, you take space, the footprints are very large, etc. And then when you assemble it, you have to correctly set the sensor. So if you think all this part is included in the stack, we produce in stack, and we test the stack in the test bench to be able to send to the customer. We need also test the sensor. So the setting of sensor we place inside of the stack is already setted, and all the package should be shipped to the customer, and the customer don't have to lose time to reset, blah, 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 because it's already setted. They have only to connect to the PLC and push the button and start. This is
wonderful. I'm actually happy that you also shared that you are working on a patent. The patent is already coming.
The patent is pending, but I received a letter from patent office. We can explain, because we are waiting in coming months, enjoying the official patent, world patent. And so we can explain. It's pending now, but in 1, 2 months, 3 months maximum we have.
So I would like to know from you, who's your ideal customer?
Sorry?
Who is the ideal customer? Who should come and talk to you?
No, I come to the customer to explain. So, yeah, but this is one of the scope of HYDEP. Typically, when you receive the request, and the customer say, I need an electrolyzer, I want to produce an electrolyzer with the capacity 1 megawatt, 5 megawatt, 10 megawatt, 20 megawatt, 1 kilo, etc. And we start the process. We make a risk analysis to say, okay, are you able to do or not? Because now in this situation of hydrogen situation, many companies come in without experience, etc. Of course, it's big risk for them. So we can help, and we suggest the best solution. But important for me that the customer to understand currently, of course, now they can assembling only in the traditional way. But we are proposing the new, in the coming 2-3 years, approach in order to reducing the cost and for the customer to be more fast in production.
Exactly. So what I understand is that you are excellent at partnering up for those who want to produce electrolyzers.
Right.
What about already existing electrolyzers? Are you able to help them as well to make it more cost efficient?
Yeah, no, this is completely new. We cannot change the pieces one by one because it's completely new. But and now they are to start and produce in traditional way. But it's very easy to restart or to integrate our system. We are talking about the integrated system. About the temperature is completely new. Don't exist in this technology in the market.
Yeah.
Absolutely zero. We have some approach also in Germany, Netherlands. Some institutes start to have a look at this solution, but they are looking in the same way of the SOEC, the high temperature, using the steam directly on the electrode. So we are completely different. We are using the steam to heat the KOH. So this is completely different. We are at TLR2. We have to increase, and we need time. Maybe in our program, we fix the final target to reach the final target in 5 years. So we need time. Yeah. It's not ready to the market now.
Well, so to summarize, every company who is interested in producing a blueprint electrolyzer new should come and talk to Mario to make also an electrolyzer that is cost competitive.
Of course.
Competitive with all the electrolyzers on the market yet. And for those who are already producing electrolyzers, maybe think of having a 2.0 electrolyzer, maybe think of talking to you to make it more cost efficient to have green hydrogen.
Exactly.
Mario.
I forgot to say this technology can be used for PEM, but also for AM technology, anionic exchange membrane technology. Unfortunately, not for the traditional alkaline because the concept is to be compact and not to be large. So our focus is more the new technology.
Which is wonderful. Mario, we are already over time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it was just so interesting, and I wanted the audience to know what you had to talk about. And I think you have a lot to say. You're very knowledgeable and have been in the industry for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And you are so passionate about the research, but also making it cost efficient.
Thank you.
Mario, we have to unfortunately end, but please, audience, give him a warm applause. And also visit Mario at F04, the booth right in the corner. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mario.